Bapak.
Okay, just a moment.
Yes.
Okay, it is clear for you the PowerPointers.
Yes, it's already.
Okay, just a moment. Okay, this is our course, the English. But because you are now as a student of the history education in UPI in history department, so let's we concentrate that our English is not for general purposes, but English for history and history education. So I think it is very critical for you because you are now as a student of history department, and then you are also now a study of history. So how every student of history education can explain, can listening, speaking, and writing in history and history educational matters. I think it is very important. So I think it is also a differentiation between your tech English when you was in elementary, secondary, and senior high school, and currently in higher educational institution. So maybe when you what is study English in junior and senior high school, you learn English for the general purposes. But currently, because you are a student of history education, please ensure that our English is for the history and history education. Okay. Okay, as Ibu Dian said, that this course, this subject organized by Prof. Dr. Nana Supriyata. Maybe you should be know about him. He is the full professor in our department. His expert is the social studies education. He has made many books and article in the journal. And Ibu Nurdiani Fatriani and me, it is my name, Andi Swirta. Okay, this subject is every Tuesday at 1 to 2:40 o'clock p.m., not e.m. Okay, what is difference between e.m. and p.m.? It is in virtual meeting, in Zoom meeting in one hand, and WhatsApp group in others. So we have two in Zoom meeting. Zoom meeting, maybe it is the limited time, maybe just 40, 50 minutes. Meanwhile, the rest of time we will meet in the WhatsApp group. So you should maybe make the short comment in WhatsApp group and so on. Okay, so the subject is English for history and history education. The objective of this subject, English for history and history education, has an objective in order the undergraduate student, all of you are able to three matters. Firstly, you are able to listening something, listening what I'm talking about, listening what Ibu Dian talking about, what listening what Ibu Pak Esa was talking about, so on and so on. I think it's very important. What is the competent in listening? Okay, and secondly, speaking, expressing, explaining something, of course, related to the history, related to the history education, and so on. And thirdly, finally, is the writing in English. So it is according to Bu Diani said previously, it should be habitually, should be practicing in everyday life. So listening, speaking, and writing in English related to historical event, because you are now as a student of history education and you also study history in the elementary, junior high school, senior high school. I think you should be understand about the historical event, as well as history educational process in public area. So I think it is a simple objective, a simple goal of our course, English for history and history education. So maybe starting from now, please you imagine or preparing, okay, what the subject, what the title, what the problem I would like to present. I would like to talking about the historical event, about the history and so on. Maybe you familiar with the history of Diponegoro War, history of West Java Province, history of women, and so on. Please you select or choice about the topic, and then I would like to give you the opportunity in the next lecturing. Please you present, please you talking about your topic, maybe every student in 5 minutes, and then me and Bu Diani will make the comment and also what is next suggestion for you. So starting from now, please you preparing what kind of title, what kind of subject or problem will be issued in the what is presenting. Okay, so it is about the objective, simple, I think. But in order every student able to listening, to speaking, and writing something, I think first of all, you should be more reading, and by more reading, I think your vocabulary also will be improved. I think this very important. And according to Diani also should be practiced because language, English is like other language, like the Sudanese language, like the Javanese language, like the Indonesian language. If we don't use this language every life, we will forget. So let's be practicing this language anytime, anywhere, in order it will become habitually and fluency in speaking many language. Okay, so it is the objective and the method. I think it is good idea. All lecturing should be used in English. I think me and Budiani have committed about this as tool of communication. Okay, because this subject is English, and particularly English for history and history education, so that all lecturing should be used in English as tool of communication, including when students also make the short comment in WhatsApp group, should be use English. Okay, please don't use the Sundanese, Javanese, or Indonesian language. Short comment. Okay, I think it is no problem for you. Okay, so it is practice in English in writing. Secondly, lecturing via Zoom meeting, I think maybe just 30 until 45 minutes. And then the rest of time, we will meet in the WhatsApp group. Particularly, me and Budiani want to see about your short comment. Please make short comment in WhatsApp group, but about this content, not in okay, I would like to comment, thank you so much Pak Andi, thank you so much Budiani. They are not short comment. See you next week Pak Andi. No short comment. Short comment is, I am interested in with this course because blah 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 blah. For example, I would like to choose the Diponegoro topic because blah, 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 and so on. So I think please you make comment related to what the lecturer was talking about, the explaining about something. Maybe from Budiani, what is lecturing, you have the impression and then you make the short comment. From my presentation, you also what is maybe any comment, please you make the short comment in the WhatsApp group. And your short comment in WhatsApp group, it is the hard fact that you are attending in virtual meeting. Okay, so I would like to what is list of you one by one based on your short comment in a WhatsApp group. You understand? Yes, sir. Okay. Thirdly, okay, it is. I have what is been done. Having lecture, the student makes short comment in WhatsApp group as hard fact that she or he was attending in the virtual learning. Okay, and fourthly, student has to make an individual task, namely PowerPointers and pool people for one semester. So your task is just one. Firstly, makes the pool people, but before you make the pool people, you should make the pointers. Power pointers should be presented in this Zoom meeting. And after you presenting your power pointers, me and Budiani will comment, will give the suggestion, recommendation, criticize, and so on. Okay. Okay. Because of that, as I have said previously, please you imagine, please you preparing what kind of topic, what the topic will you choose. Maybe you interested in with the history of farmer, history of woman, history of political party in Indonesia, history of the time of Majapahit Empire, history of Islam in Indonesia, whatever. Free topic for you, okay? Because please you choose the topic based on you're comfortable with your knowledge. So if you more know about the, for example, history of Indonesian military or history of the what is Islamic Republic in Indonesia, for example, please you choose that topic, okay? And when you make the poor people, also it is the simple people, not until 10 to 15 pages. No, you people just 1 until 2 pages. Like someone makes an opinion article, okay, in the newspaper, just 1 until 2 pages. It is your opinion article or your people. It is simple article, not long article until 10 to 15 minutes. You understand? Yes, sir.
Right, sir.
Okay, and then, okay, student has to make an individual task, namely PowerPoint task, and pool people for one semester. It is just one task, okay, pertaining the history and historical educational matters. And finally, student also must follow the UTS, mid semester examination, and the UES, finally, or the last semester examination. I think it is our method in English, because you know, as student, okay, as undergraduate student, please ensure that the method of learning between when you still at the student at the senior high school and now as student or undergraduate student in the higher educational institution is very, very different. Okay, so please ensure that as undergraduate student, you must learn actively and individually, and also should be creatively. I think it is very important for you to understand about the differentiation style of learning between a student in junior and senior high school and a student at the higher educational institution, okay, such as UPI. Okay, I think as I have explained you earlier that as student, you should be more reading and reading and reading. It is the obligation of the student. Okay, student should be read. Your task, your main task is reading. Because of that, I suggest you to read many books. In this context, is the book reference because this English is for history and history education. I think I suggest you, I recommend you to read about the Reclaps book, Merle Calvin Reclap. It is the prominent historian from Australian National University, and his book is concerning not on the modern Indonesian history. This book was translated in the Bahasa Indonesia, Sejarah Indonesia Modern. Please you search in the Google, published by Srami Semesta Ilmu, I think it is translation. The Reclap book, I think it is the comprehensive history on Indonesia, starting from the 12th or 13th century until currently. So if you read about this book, I think this is the comprehensively about the modern Indonesian history since the 13th century until currently, until the reform era in the time of Abdurrahman Wahid administration period. I think it is interesting book. So please, you read this book. Secondly, as this you also please you read our book, my book. Uh, uh, I, I collaborate with the lecturer from the Malaysia, from the UKM, Malaysia, what is National University of Malaysia, University Kebangsaan Malaysia, Profesor Dr. Abdul Razak Ahmad. We have written a book entitled Sejarah dan Pendidikan Sejarah, Perspektif Malaysia dan Indonesia. So it is the history and history education based on perspective from Malaysia and Indonesia. Okay, so I think there's many books. Maybe me and Bu Diani will recommend you, suggest you, but I think these two books it is enough because what is important here, you can what is listening, speaking, and writing in history and history education. Because of that, reading the book related to the history and history education is very important for you. And the last, I suggest you also about the academic journal reference. I think it is very important for the student to read the article in the academic journal, not only the books. And as we know about the academic journal, you are able to search the journal website. I have a website pertaining the academic journal, and you can search it at the www.mindamas.com. There are many academic journal. Some academic journal related to the history and history educational studies, such as the Socio Humanica Journal. It is about the social sciences and humanities journal. There's also available about the Educare journal. It is concerning about the educational studies. And there's also the Tawarikh journal related to the historical studies, and Susur Galur journal also about the historical studies. Okay, I think it is just introduction, and me and Udiani have lecture you in 30 minutes. Thank you very much, Bu Diani. Maybe what is There are new information and including also maybe Pak Esa would like to share your experience or your information about the subject, because it is the team teaching the teaching team. So not only Prof Nana, me, and Ibu Diani, but also we are assisted by Pak Esa as the young lecturer at the Department of History Education. Thank you very much, Bu Diani.
Thank you very much, Bapak, for
Okay.
all that comprehensive explanations. But I want to know that up to this point, is there any questions regarding the explanations? Whether you have any doubt or uncertainty about these courses up to this point? Is there any questions? You may deliver your question here before we go further to the next subjects. Yes. Please, if you like, there are any questions about these courses? How about the assignment? What about the assignment? Did you take note with all the assignment? So we, okay,
Miss,
are there any questions? Okay, you may deliver your question here. Okay,
question.
this is peserta, peserta number 10.02, Amelia. This is Amelia, you may
I have
questions.
I have a questions about the topics that we should choose. Is it okay for us to choose another topics of the history? I mean, not just about the heroes, but also about the building or organization or place. Thank you.
Okay. Okay.
It is for me.
Is the question from Amelia, Bapak?
Okay. Amelia, good question. I think it is free for you for selecting or choice the topic. So if you are interested in with the, for example, ordinary people, not the hero people, I think it is good for you. Maybe you want to talk about the everyday life of the people, ordinary people. For example, in the time of new order government or in the time of reform right now, I think it is good idea for you. So me and Budiani giving you a pre for choosing or selecting your topic. Good question, good idea, Amelia. Thank you.
Because history has many aspects, ya Pak, ya, not just the heroes, but also the heroine itself. So not just about the king, but also you can rise up the middle class or the people itself, not just the king. So it has many aspects, and it's also varied in history that you can narrate, make the narrations that you can bring up to be your presentations, to be your upcoming presentations. Okay, who's next? Who's maybe, okay, after Amelia, is there anyone who wants to deliver any
Yes,
other?
I want to ask some question.
Yes.
I can choose. Is there that I can choose another country history other than Indonesian ones? Is there is there I can choose another country
History.
than Indonesian ones? Thank you.
Okay. as Bapak Suwirto mentioned, there is no limitation about the subjects and the topic itself. So even the regions, you are free to choose the region itself, ya Pak ya. Not only in Indonesia, but maybe in Southeast Asia, because now Bapak Suwirto also have this kind of partnership with Malaysia and Brunei Darussalam. So you can also choose different regions beside Indonesia. Yes, that's quite interesting about, because some of the students maybe have some passion about outside Indonesia regarding the history itself. So in this class, you are free to choose about the regions. So yes, you may. You may also make that region to be your upcoming presentations. Okay. Maybe in this class, we are going in the term of the aim of this subject is that we want that each of you could build some self-esteem, some confidence in terms of speaking, listening, and presentations. So step by step that we would like to give some approach how you can get used to it with the English by using the different sources within the English text, but concerning related to history itself. So we hopefully that it can assist you to build your confidence in terms of speaking, listening, and writing. And in the end, you can present, you can perform the full paper, and then by assist with the PowerPoint. So maybe it's going to be a challenging task maybe for some of you, but it's okay. Don't be hesitate to learn. Maybe I'm a bit, maybe some of you may be a bit reluctant on using your English, but I think in this class, you don't have to feel that way, because we are here. We're also the same, ya Pak, ya. We learn English. We learn English. We are learning by doing, and then we are getting used to it, because there are many texts of history books that we have to read in English. So, however, we should have to get used to it. In the long term, it's going to be useful, not just for a student, but also as academician itself. So, okay, maybe is there any questions regarding these courses, regarding this course?
Okay, Bu Dani, I would like to add the information.
Okay.
Okay, so my student, I think your task, I think it is the simple one. Okay, so please ensure that your obligation, your task in one semester, just making one short paper in 2 pages. I think it is simple for you. Okay, and I would like to inform you. You just like make an opinion article for the newspaper, 2 pages. I think it is simple for you, but should be writing in English. And based on also your knowledge, your what is information, and familiar with your knowledge in history. For example, okay, I would like I am interested in with the Taliban phenomenon in Pakistan, for example. I think please you present in the PowerPoint, maybe just one slide also in PowerPoint. Maybe your presentation is just 5 minutes before your topic elaborate in 2 pages in what is in writing, in like an opinion article for newspaper. So I think your task is simple, not hard to what is doing about this stuff. Okay, so as I have explained you previously that what is competence in listening, speaking, presenting, and so on, and writing. I think it is should be interpreted in the simple one. Okay, not complicated or a hard task. I think me and Budiani, now that it is the also first semester for you in what is higher education institution in our department, because of that, please ensure that you are enjoying in what is in following the English as a subject matter, including also in what is practicing English. As you know, particularly me, I am not good in English. I just learn ourselves in English. If, as you know, that my TOEFL score is just 400, less than 450, because I just try practice and I read the book, the article in English, so that my vocabulary is improving. And then practice if what is meet with Budiani, with Pak Esa, with other, try to speak in English. I think this is become the habitually. So please don't worry, according to Budiani also. Don't hesitate, don't worry that your English is bad, your English is what is Javanese dialect, your English is
Yeah,
fully Sundanese dialect. It is never mind, because I'm come from Sundanese.
different accent.
So I think don't worry about your English style. Yeah, let's see about the President Jokowi's speaking. Ladies and gentlemen, please coming in my country, please invest. It is never mind. It is his style, his dialect. Because me comes from Subangis region, you know, it is the Subangis dialect. Budiani comes from Bandungis. Budiani is what is a Bandungis dialect? Okay, so please don't worry about your English. Should be enjoy learning English. Okay, thank you very much, Budiani.
The bottom line is, don't you worry about that all things that you need to be perfect. It's okay, just ignore that. As long that you enjoy this class, as long that you enjoy the course, so it's matter to us. So it's just practicing, a matter of practicing and drilling more and more. Maybe for these explanations, did you already take note about the assignment? Okay, is there any questions up to this point, or is it clear enough? Okay, maybe still say cat. Still say cat, maybe in the future. Yeah, yes, we already met in this virtual hangout, not in the reality, but maybe in any time soon we could also have these conversations, yeah, not just in this virtual hangout. Is it clear about what Bapak Swirta explained to you? Maybe it's clear, Pak.
Yes.
Overall, there are no further questions.
Miss, I want to ask.
Okay. It's okay.
Okay,
Okay.
your name,
Thank you for your.
introduce your
Okay. Good evening. Okay. So I want to ask just one question. In our lesson, in our metri, when we study with you, is there any video? Is there the method for the study is I mean we can learn from video, study from from the video or presentation. Okay, that's enough.
Okay, thank you very much, Sauki Syukur. I think this spiritual meeting also be recorded. Okay, so maybe after this spiritual lecturing, we will watch on our video in YouTube. Okay, so I think in a higher educational institution, particularly in teaching and learning method, the lecturer is the what is the general information in lecturing, no detail. Because of that, as I have informed you previously, that maybe me and Budiani just makes the lecturing in 30 until 45 minutes. Now we have done 46 minutes. Okay, maybe we will end this session. So the rest of time, the student should be actively in learning. Because of that, why after this after this Zoom meeting, we will switch or move to the WhatsApp group for to see your short comment in WhatsApp group in English. It is also one of the method our teaching and learning English. Of course, there's available also about the video. And you can also watch on the video. So there's many kind of method. Not only what is lecturing, speaking, but also maybe there's watch on the video. There's the ask and what is quiz and ask session and so on. But what is important here that the lecturer like me and Budiani just what is lecturing in general information, not in detail, because the student should be search and study ourselves in detail matters. For example, Sauki Syukur may be interested in with the history of Sukabumi, the history of local history, the history of whoever person. Please you elaborate, please you what is present your knowledge, your ideas, and so on. Okay, my student, I think we have the time 45 minutes. But maybe it is enough, and we will switch our virtual meeting to the WhatsApp group. And please ensure that starting from now, you imagine your what is preparing, what the kind of title, what the topic, and so on will be what is choose. For what is one task in one semester. Okay. Thank you, Bu Diani.
Thank you very much, Bapak. Okay, time is up. Now we are going to switch the mode, the class mode, into the WhatsApp group. So please kindly give your briefly comment regarding this course, what you are expecting with this course, and then what is your next subject, next topic. So, okay, see you. I will close these sessions. Pak Esa, thank you very much for also for having, for accompanying us. Thank you, Pak Esa. Okay, see you everyone. Thank you very much, Bapak Suwirta.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much, my student. Do you
Thank you very much.
what
Yeah, my sir.
please,
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for today.
WhatsApp group, please.
See you next meet.
Thank you very much. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
wabarakatuh.
Okay, you can play, please.